This is Devin from Deadly Art Gaming. Welcome back, everybody. For those coming for the first time, welcome. For those coming back, welcome back. Today we are doing our weekly game review over a different game every week. This one is going to be over Darksburg. New game in early access right now. Um, Pretty decent game. I'm gonna go over the details of how it's played. I'll play some gameplay as well and kind of talk you over a few things of how it runs and things to know getting into it and stuff like that. Um, but if you do like the content, please hit the like button. If you want to keep up to date with this game, other games as well. I do streaming daily and news reviews and reviewing other games as well, and game guides and all kinds of stuff. So if you want to keep up to date with all that stuff, smash that subscribe button or feel free to join the Discord community. The link is down below. Um, I'm on there. Be more than happy to answer any questions or anything like that. But let's go ahead and get into this. So essentially, it's a game you can play with friends. You play by yourself. You can have an AI teammate go with you. Um, it's kind of like one of those games where you essentially go through as far as you can until you die, and you start over. You keep what you find as far as level ups and stuff like that, to where you can kind of build it up. That way, you can get further and further, stuff like that. Um, there are a few quirks to the game that bothers me, and I'll kind of show them to you here in the game. Didn't mean to go to that. So essentially, you go to play, you create, or you can browse the game where you can come in here and look for. Apparently, there is no open matches, so, but regardless, I want to make my own anyways. Um, you can kind of. Right now, you only have three. There's normal, hard, nightmare. There will be ascension, but it's not in there yet. You can make a playbook one where some other people can join you, invite only, where you can have it just where you can invite your friends and certain people, or just offline, however you see fit. So I'm just gonna do normal. Um, I don't recommend playing it on anything higher really the first time you start playing, because, and I'm gonna kind of go over it because this is one of the things that kind of bugged me about it, is that you create it and then you come in here and the first thing you do is you pick a class. You have Abigail, which is kind of a tank, AoE, not tank, but she can hold her own pretty well. Um, then you have Runoff. He is more the tank. Um, and for me, so far, I've played him, I've played her, and I've even played him. I haven't played these two just yet. I wanted to play him next to see how he goes. And I'll actually, through this playthrough, I'll play him and then I'll play this because I want to show you the reason why I think the only one that's easy to play and to get through is him. Because he spawns jugs on the ground, or not drugs, I mean mushrooms on the ground, which essentially you can run over, walk over, and they give you health. Um, so, which, well, not really health, but it's not health per se. It's a buffer. It's a little gray bar that if you're down in HP, you can pick them up, and it'll give you full HP bar, so to speak, buffer. But the other classes, this one, that one, they don't have that. So the damage you take is the damage you take. The only time you can heal that is by picking up heal flasks and stuff like that. In which, in my playthroughs, I didn't hardly get very many to really make it that easy. Because even with running as him, being an archer, and having Runoff as my tank, um, a lot of times he would be behind me and I would have to run in, aggro, run back out, get him to go up and start trying to do damage and all that stuff. But whenever there's a ton of mobs out, I mean, you're playing run around with your head chopped off. So you gotta learn how to kite and stuff like that. If you know how to kite really well, you'll do okay. But the modifiers and stuff that you can get as you level up are pretty decent. So, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off. I'm gonna go ahead and play as him just for this run. Looks like he is a tank as well because he has a shield. Um, so as far as our, what is this guy? He does poisons. So he's probably gonna be the caster, essentially the caster. He does poison, bleed, stuff like that. So we'll set him as the AI. Well, I would hope so. But essentially, you start in there. You don't know exactly where you're going. You have a kind of an idea. Um, so it'll give you a waypoint of head in this general direction, which you can kind of run through, and that's it. Yeah, yeah. So essentially, once you start out, you can come over here and like change up stuff. These are the things that you unlock. You get these the purple, I guess, ingots or whatever you want to call them, or curious. Um, oh, the Dradium ingots. Um, you get those from chests and stuff throughout the world as you're going through. The thing that I don't like is that you have no idea what you're unlocking. So yes, you know it's a utility skill. What do they consider a utility? Performance. What do you consider performance? Survival, stuff like that. But you have no idea if it's, what is it, DPS? Is it uh, def- I mean defense? Survival, I would think would be defense. Performance, I would think would be something offense. Um, and then utility, who knows? Um, it's stuff like this one I think was a utility one. Um, so you kind of you unlock it and hopefully it's something useful. Now I haven't gotten to play to. I don't know if these are locked in to where they're the same no matter like these. Like if you go unlock this one right here, if you're gonna unlock the same exact one. Because I haven't exactly just made a whole second account just to check that. So if anybody does try the game, let me know if you get these same ones on the first couple. I mean, eventually you're gonna unlock them all anyways. That way you can kind of change up your build as you play, depending on what class you play and all that fun stuff. Um, but yeah, that's the only thing that I didn't like is you have no idea what you're unlocking. So I mean, if I'm playing something that has high defense, I want to kind of focus on a few things that give it a little bit more DPS or some along the line to build it the way I want to. But the first two things I got, whoop-de-doo. Immune to burning effect. I didn't get a whole lot of burning playing through the first couple maps anyways, so um, and that one, okay, sure. Um, so I didn't really like that to where I have no idea what I'm spinning. I meant I had to do 2 runs just no, that was 3 runs I pretty much had to run to get these. Um, and they, like I said, as you can tell, they go between classes. So if you play this one, you die, you start out as something else, and it's gonna still be there. Your character can pick up items um, whenever you have something on the ground. Hold on once. I don't think you can do it in here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. But you can tell him to pick up stuff, and he will throw stuff for you from time to time if you need him to. Not sure what that just did, but okay. There it goes. That's what button I was looking. You can press Alt and you can tell him to use his heroic ability, help me, which he's always going to be with you. So I'm not sure what the point of like these are. You can't exactly command him to go to a certain area and then tell him to follow you, or tell him to stand there and then you go trigger some and you tank and keep him out of harm's way. You can press that and he'll throw the health item at you. So essentially, you just run in and you just start killing. The attack button is you can attack with your left. At your right. Right now, the way it's set up, you attack with your right and you move with your right. So it's kind of uh, it gets kind of crazy, which that's a heal potion. So there's two different kinds. You got one that will heal you, just for which will put a buffer of health, which is a gray, will be gray above here, and then you'll have one like this that heals you permanently, to where like as you go through the level and start taking damage, your health bars will go lower and lower and lower until you die from getting hit. So, which there is no. The only way to heal that is by picking up these pots that have the permanent health. You can get other health um, pots that just give you a buffer, which will be the gray bar, but that'll be it. Um, like I said, you have no idea where you're going other than you have a map that you can, well, apparently it's not showing it. Um, wow. Well, I've never seen them do that, so something's changed since yesterday of playing it, because I've never seen them hit me. If you're carrying an item, it'll show it above your head. So if you have your minion go pick up something, it'll show above your head. So if you need to call him out to throw it, to use the bomb or whatever the case may be, you can do that. I guess that's like a shield wall deal. So, and you'll have like patrols like that guy, those guys over there on the bottom right of the screen. You'll see how they're walking in a line together. Um, those are patrols that come in. They usually do a bit more damage. So like you can press G to use it, or you press H to drop it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use it because I need some health. But as far as between the classes, I think it's kind of way unbalanced, because all the other characters, um, this one, uh, all the other ones that I've played, they can't heal themselves. They have no way of getting a buffer or anything like that. So um, it makes the one with the spoon so much easier to play. I played that one and I just kept going through the game. I eventually just logged out because I was done playing. I didn't really want to play that much more. Um, but the archer and the other class, I couldn't get too far because I couldn't really heal. I got to the point where on the archer I didn't make it to the first town to where I could buy more pots, because I was getting wrecked by the bosses or the name guys and stuff like that. So you get stuff like that, which will give you bonus, and there's a boss, or not a boss, but that was a bomber, and now I'm about to die. He almost killed me. Okay, let me kill these. Let's see. So you'll level up and you'll be able to pick a perk, which sticks with you. But you still want to kind of run around the map a bit because you want to be able to look for chests to get those ignuts. Get gold. Because once you finish an area, you'll be able to purchase items. You'll be able to purchase potions, um, bombs, stuff like that. So, are you gonna come over here? No, I guess he's not. So now I can tell him, Rose, pick that up. So now he's gonna take it and hold on to it. And so now I can say he's gonna come over there and drop it to me. Which is kind of nice, so you can have an extra potion on your on your uh, on your mert, if you want to call it that. Why is the thing moving? I didn't know a dock moves, but okay, sure. And I died. So he'll try to clear out as much as he can. And then he'll come try to res me if he can get. And I'm about to die. There he goes. So you get an ultimate, which is that where now he's gonna run around and go on a. Oh, I guess he can go on a ripping rampage. And so once you die, you permanently lose a portion of this. So even with the potions, you'll get a little bit more of this back. But that'll be it. Where's the marker? Oh. So here's one that doesn't just temporarily. So this will give me a boost, and it slowly deteriorates. Now it's going to start a horde. Yeah. You gonna hit some? I'm gonna try that as see if. Okay, so they can't hit me while I have that. So that's kind of a decent way to protect yourself and let your minion do all the work. And there's the boss. Ah! So now I'm gonna get pinned in here. There's my ultimate, perfect timing. Anybody else? Nope. It does pause whenever you go to pick this stuff up. So if you do level and there is a bunch of mobs around or whatever, you're in a bind and you want to see if it'll help you get out of it, go ahead and put it in. It'll pause everything for you. And so that's the end of the first map. So I get some minions, and that's it. So that one, I'm not going to go any further with this one, but that's how kind of tough it is with this one. Yeah, granted, could have played that a little bit better if I really knew how to play the class better. But irregardless, once you get the Zerge coming out like that, coming out, it gets kind of chaotic with, and that's why I say you got to learn, you got to know how to what's the word? Kite, learn how to kite and keep your distance as far as playing like something like her. Um, but being a tank role, you got to be able to get more healing potions or something because it just you die too easy because there's no way to heal yourself. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this map. Hopefully it doesn't close the whole game. There we go. Alright, so now I'm gonna play as a cook and show you how easy that one is. And I tried playing with him as the AI, and he doesn't spawn them, so you have to play at him to get it to spawn those. I'll go ahead and have him as my secondary. I'm playing at him, it was really easy to play. Essentially, I wouldn't worry about my health until I would get it to about 3/4, and then I would start picking up the mushrooms and stuff. Now, if you're a person that doesn't like the whole clicking, you can change it to WSD, and there's some mushroom that I was talking about. So now you see how I'm a little bit down, it'll instantly give me a buffer. Where is my guy? Wow, he is getting rocked. But I mean, even the skills on this character, this class, is a lot better. I mean, you got a charge, you get a smash, you can do those AoEs, and those things crush through these regular mobs easy. I mean, this class has quite a bit, and it's tanky, and then it gives you those mushrooms, so I don't see why none of the other classes have anything close to what this one can do. Okay, we gotta go this way. I think I need that cannonball. Did you pick up the cannonball? Please pick up the cannonball. Thank you. Because I know I need it. Don't know where it's at. There's another one. Hurry up and kill them all. Apparently, I mean, it's different every run, so sometimes you'll have to do, or you gotta do these pickup quests and put it in a thing to open up the gate, stuff along those natures. But okay, let's go find it first instead of running around with my head chopped off. There it is. That's the cannon. Where did I drop it? Pick it up. And you keep picking it up and dropping it. But I mean, that's my main, the only thing that I really have an issue with of the game is the controls. You can't remap um, the, I mean, you can change it to WSD, but it's still, uh, even with doing it as WSD, it's still feels a bit clunky um, and everything to me. And then having to sit here right click. I mean, you can move around with your left mouse and then do this, but it also moves you, so you can't remove that move ability from the right click. That's what bothers me. But let's see. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's essentially you just run through here, kind of go through some bosses, mini bosses, stuff like that, and it just gets harder and harder as you progress. Um, and of course, you unlock stuff to make you better and better, of course. So, uh, essentially, his ultimate is throwing down this pot that gives you the buffer. And I guess it took longer to hit the ground, and he pretty much hit me really hard. I don't remember them hitting me that hard last time I played, but I don't know. I'm at the game. It doesn't look horrible. Doesn't look like the top end big baddest game in the world, but it has its fun points to it. Um, so it's to each their own if they like it. I don't really, to me, as I've been playing with it, it hasn't. I know some games are those ones where at first you kind of don't like it, but they grow on you type things. And well, this just hasn't done that for me. So, but that's, like I said, that's just me. I'll just finish up this map real quick and then we'll call it that. I was hoping I'd get the one where it does two. I got, when I was playing last time, I got where every time I did that, it would do two of them, and it would just rock like the entire area. Um, and I pretty much, that's all I did was just throw that out there, and it'd kill pretty much everything. Let's see, here is the thing again. And zombies. So I meant, to me, the game is gonna be fun if you have some friends to play with. Um, Other than that, to me, I don't know. It just by myself, I don't really care for it that much. That's my issue. Is it doesn't make me want to play it by myself. If I had people that had the game that wanted to play and all that stuff, I'd probably come play this with them. It's a nice little game to play to bide some time, but it doesn't have that appeal to me that makes me really want to makes me really want to get into it and just come play this like all day, every day, or stuff like that, or anything along those natures. I thought he was gonna be having his issues, but he's been holding his own. At the beginning of the match, he was kind of he was he was having a hard time at the beginning. Is that it? 20 jump aboard? That's what it sounded like you said. I'm not sure what's going on there. So, campfire gives you like 2 bars of health. But you can come over here and you can come and you can buy some elixirs, which give you permanent health, or you can buy the bigger ones, um, stuff like that. So make sure you get some. That's why I say don't just run through because you're not gonna, especially if you're not playing this class. Don't just run through. Make sure you get all the drops and stuff like that, and then make sure you come talk to us. And I forgot to do that last round because you've got to stash this. So the ones I picked up earlier and I left that game, I lost those. So I would be able to buy another. Well, I'd be able to unlock another one of these, but I can only have 2 on right now. So um, if you don't bank it, you lose it. So make sure after you finish a wave, you come in here and bank it, because that way you're not having. That way you can level up your character as fast as possible without having to redo or play more. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So far, that's all I've seen in the game. I haven't really seen anything different. I've been running around in it quite a bit, but it's okay. It's not something that I would go out and spend 30, 40, $50 for. I meant maybe 15, $20, something to buy time, whatever, uh, be okay. But other than that, the gameplay just feels a bit clunky. Um, the skills are like for this class is pretty good. This one's set up fairly well. The other ones, um, they're okay. Abigail's all right. I like her. I just wish there was a way to keep them alive better, especially her, since she does a decent amount of damage and she is tanky, but there's no heals for her. She doesn't have all those defensive abilities, so if you're playing her as the main and then a caster or the archer or anything as a secondary, you're going to be getting chewed up left and right. So that's my biggest quirks of the game, and I hope they make some adjustments or um, ways of survivability being better. Because I hate having to rely on having those pots, because I've gone through areas where I have um, picked up, seen, or gotten those heal pots several times, and I can only pick up one, or my merc can pick up another one. But if I use those 2 and then say I'm just unlucky in getting them, I'm gonna die because they don't drop from mobs. They drop from the chest. So if you just have bad rolls and just keep getting bombs and stuff from there and don't get the healing potions or the bandages or anything like that. Bandages are okay, yeah, they give you some buffer, but they don't help your permanent health. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on the game. If some of that stuff changes and they make things better, I'll definitely retry it, and I'll put another updated video on it once they get that going. But that's it for now. If y'all have any questions on the game, feel free to leave a comment. Join my Discord, and I'll be more happy to answer any questions. If you want someone to play with, I'll jump in there and play with you if you want. If you like content, please hit the like button. If you want to keep up with the game or any of my other content, my streams, my guides, and all that stuff, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Uh, my name is Devin from Deadly Art Gaming. You all have yourself a great one. See y'all next time.